holders, tickets, all got tickets?
I spent a very happy time at West Ham. Met some very special people, especially my wife. I thought she was a film star at the time anyway. They gave me £3 a week and £1 for a win and 10 shillings for a draw. I can still imagine me playing games. That comes back, like the vision comes back where I played.
West Ham, however, also had ideas about the cup, and they were 2 up when O'Farrell got the ball past Barr.
I was interested to have the far side of the ground called the chicken run. And there used to be an old chap who stood on the halfway line, and every time the opposition was attacking, he'd shout, "Shut the gate," you know, and his Cockney accent.
We're going to get a tremendous welcome from this big crowd for West Ham's 3 World Cup heroes, Moore, Peters and Hurst.
I arrived here 2 months after the great Bobby Moore had left to go to Fulham, and Billy Bonds had taken over from Bobby Moore as captain. How do you follow Bobby Moore and Billy Bonds? The feeling of walking onto the pitch, it was like a suffocating feeling. Everyone was right on top of you.
If you're looking for reasons why you want to stay at this place, you might talk about the chicken run because of the intimacy of it, the closeness of the fans to the players.
The fans could touch you on the back when you take the throw in. I mean, people offered you sweets and everything else.
There's no way that you can go through 22 years without getting any stick. The language wasn't choice. A lot of dockers over there, and I can still see the veins popping out their necks trying to get to me. John Lyle's team of 86 was a fantastic team. He brought a couple of players in, McAvenny and Mark Ward, who shook everything up.
Tremendous goal! Cotty! You really felt that we were on the cusp. We played the beautiful game the beautiful way.
I've spoken to people that played here in opposition to us. Big teams. They did not like coming here.
I made my debut on the same day that Alvin Martin made his last appearance for the club.
And you know that he is going to take your place.
I think that's the type of fairy tale you kind of write, if you could, him passing the baton over to me.
Goodbye, Alvin Martin.
There was a big expectations on my shoulders coming into the first team. Everyone knew me as this ball-playing centre-half who was good on the ball and liked to take people on and stuff. And my first touch, I smashed it into Rosed. Is that really him? Is that the right one we've got here? I actually had a little laugh inside, really, thinking that's not really what they expected. I used to come and watch as a youth team play as a schoolboy, Dagenham Motors on a jersey, thinking I'd love to be like him one day, the Alvin Martins, the Steve Pottses, the Dixies. Dixie used to just like never warm up.
A hot bath with 2 cans of Coke and a Mars bar.
Like nowadays, if you had a hot bath before a game and they look at you like you're a lunatic, they probably wouldn't let you play.
I could just go out at 5 to 3, just start smashing balls about.
Here comes Dix. Julian Dix! Pick that one out!
Any crowd that become used to a standard of football, I think probably our crowd are used to probably the highest standard of football of all.
They want to win. They want to win as fiercely as the players do, but they want to be entertained.
Hurst to Redknapp! Oh, what a goal! Oh, what a fantastic goal by Redknapp! Brooking trying to send Collins one way, then the other, and curling one! Oh, wonderful goal!
I remember that there was a fantastic ball, a typical English ball. In less than a second, I decided to kick this ball with a bicycle volley. I made, in my opinion, one of the best and perfect shoot on goal, one of the best ever.
Probably wrong at the time. I used to sneak in Upton Park and try and get them without a ticket when I was really young. When you're winning and the crowd are behind you and you make a tackle and everyone goes mad over it, it's just amazing. It was so important because we was in a relegation fight. I was playing holding midfield that game and I don't know why I ended up where I did. I'll never forget it come off my foot and I caught it sweet. We got a great reception from the crowd, and even though we lost, I cried at the end of the game because we lost. I cared so much and wanted to keep the club in the Premier League. I don't worry, I've been hammered for it for many, many years.
People live and work and breathe all around this ground. It's that sense of nostalgia. It's the fact that so many people would have grown up here that they're going to miss it.
I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I was gutted, but if the Olympic Stadium is half as good as Upton Park, then it'd be a fantastic place to play football.
It's right for the club to move to the Olympic Stadium. I think it's the right choice to do.
Better players are going to want to come and play there. More people are going to go and watch football there.
It's going to push this club to the next level, I think.
You couldn't help but being inspired, like to want to play and to play well.
A word that I would maybe use is probably soul.
It was the best 11 years of my life. It is the best place on earth to play football.
I'm forever playing bubbles, the chicken run. They're things that will never leave you.
It's a sort of a religion, like a cathedral for me.
It will be emotional to leave the stadium. I'm going to be the last ever captain to lead a team out at Upton Park.